Hello everybody, my name is Bradderfield, and this is my first ever Gundam Breaker 4 custom build video. What I've got here is a Gundam inspired, or a jet fighter inspired Gundam here, using some of the Kuzei Gundam parts, Nightingale, and some Double Zeta. The core theme of this build is guided missiles, multi-target lock-on, and Gatling cannons. We have sort of a full jet fighter loadout on a mobile suit. And what I've noticed with some of the skills and parts that I've combined is that we end up doing a lot of ground break from full parts lost or leg parts lost, and just zooming in and doing ground breaks with melee weapons. So with that, we have the Kuzei Gundam head and Nightingale body, Double Zeta, the Phaz arms, and yeah, Kuzei Gundam legs. It was the EX skill that comes from the legs here that I wanted to master, especially because just to keep that on things, the multi-target missiles are really strong. Seem to be what really knocks off a lot of the parts. And then the double Gatling, really good, just racking up the meter for awakening and EX skills. The backpack is what really sold the whole theme overall. The wingspan, the missiles on it and behind it. Only downside is you cannot paint the sword. There is the other Strike Rogue backpack that is the IWSP that does not have the sword, but it was the missiles just mounted to the wings that made it for the jet fighter. Just really sold that design for me. Again, double Gatlings. The skills that we got on here, I found out that right Gatling and left Gatling buffs can be on both weapons and they will stack together. And yeah, just trying to crank up the damage as much as possible and have either gauge recovery or EX gauge increasing things, and attack gain on hit, those kinds of things. Also, I think there is a awakening gauge increase during hits that can just keep me in awakening state for as long as possible. The melee weapons have nothing to do with the jet fighter build, but they're just really cool axes that I found. One of them is from Nightingale and the other one is the Dead End G. Just a good axe build overall. They also have decent part breaking, help with skill cooldown reductions. A lot of it is cooldowns from part breaks and ground breaks that are going to build meter for everything to be just in a nice cycle. And yeah, the shield is hidden, but I found a really decent shield that I just kept powering up, the Sasabi. A lot of some of the recover on HP is on this part, some of the guard gauge capacity, even long range weapon stats. Nothing too specific yet. This was the early build that slowly formed into this from the start of the game. No builder's parts. I don't have any room for them, or anything that would either enhance the look of this suit or give me extra abilities in the cooldown menu. I do have an empty spot here. I don't know, maybe I had one of these launchers here. What really ends up showing is that I've only really been using the Funnels Missile EX skill, the Arbiter type now, because of the attack buffs that I've been getting from either the hit combo or the performance, either through part break or I think different attack buffs. I've just started to notice that going into the default awakening type for assault would just not increase my damage at all. So I figured I'd grab a buff that would just give me some reaction speed if I needed it, if I could remember to use it. And then what I'll do instead is use the debuff on enemies. This will decrease enemy performance. I haven't really noticed, but I just feel like, hey, it's on. Okay, something's happening. They're being debuffed. Cool. And then Plasma Diver this was a fun burst action to just fire a big projectile and knock all the parts off of something. But here we are, the optionals. Small missiles, missile launcher. These are from the backpack. This is from the arms. I found more guided missiles. That was the whole point. Just have all the missiles. And page 2 even has the shield missiles, but I rarely go to page 2. I just filled it out. And it's really, really fun. Tons of ability cartridges. I haven't sifted through all of them, but I think some of the big key stuff here is this massive skill reduction cooldown. And I think wherever it is, there is one on maybe just the total specs. You can see that I have an EX skill on ground break, and or EX cooldown reduction. No, nowadays it's the meter, but just getting the ground breaks, I couldn't even like specifically to show you. But this is okay. EX gauge increase when enemy is defeated with ground break is 13.85%. You could bring that up, I'm sure, if I really looked for all this stuff to really go into it. But right now, this will carry me through some new type. If I were to jump in, let's do that. Well, not test mode. Let's go. I do love flying around and gunning down as a jet. Now, I do know how to make it look even more like a jet. Maybe we'll do like a quest. Do, yeah, the next one here. New type. Here we go. I do love to watch this thing take off. I'll run in here, do some axe combo. Oh, they're hurting pretty hard, but yeah, the attack, HP gain on attack. The main appeal of the Gatling cannons, double Gatling. So I have 2 double Gatlings. Yeah, I can go through my optionals here. There's the ground break, and another one. Oh, it was too slow. There we go again. Nice, so we have 3 meters already. That's another thing. I like to fly up high to use the leg missiles. Ground break. Ground break. I wish I could lock on to the ones I want to. But some of the optionals will help break all the parts off. There you go. Look at that. And that skill I just used is ready again. It's wild. Some Amaterasu as a treat. So that'll take out the elite unit right there. That one. I heard that. Ooh, okay. I heard the part break. I do listen. If something sounded like it really broke more than what I'm looking at, I will, like, swap targets. Nice. We're back up to 3 EX. That Nightingale chest is just, it just screams make a jet fighter. Make an F-16 for Gundam. It is bulky, but also has some kind of sleekness to it. It's just more. It's just more jet. Oh, here we go. let's see. It's the missiles really do decide where they might want to go instead of going somewhere. If I'm waiting for new enemies, I will fly up high. Hey, look! When I saw that backpack, it's like, I knew that I needed it for this. Boink, boink. Another thing, not all of my parts are level 50. I did master a lot of the goodies on this build to have some transfer. There we go. Another part break. Another ground break. We're up to 8 meters. I call it 8 meters. EX meters. It gets to where, like, we have so much. A lot of good stuff here. We got the ashtray. Let's see. Another missile combo. They're back. I can just use my options. Groundbreaking. Groundbreaking stuff here. Some more missiles. We're at 9. So let me try a little Alice mode as a treat. Those missiles are not going where I'm looking. I'm sure you've all seen it before. I would like to use this. I guess I could go into Awakening. That was just a random missile that was already orbiting. Just collide into that. I'll make it work. This was like chapter 1 quest. New type. It's going pretty smooth. As soon as an enemy hits me, though, I think it's a big chunk of health goes away. Gotta stay alive. Let's do this. Ow. Anyone gonna break? Oh, maybe this one? I know if I use, maybe I hear the martial arts weapon type has a faster groundbreaking attack. So maybe I can do that and have a faster interval. I'm doing what I can to make sure I don't waste too much time in between attacks. The machine guns or Gatlings can knock off parts sometimes. Here we go. The Gatlings still have really good use for staying, like, in Awakening. Just continuously build meter. I feel like they have better part breaking over the damage. Yeah, they're not there for damage. Plenty of part. I think most of my damage comes from knocking all the parts off and just running in and doing ground breaks. Yeah, playing with my buddies, they do notice the insta kill happening a lot, and it for me it just a lot less button mashing. So it's a really fun play style. That's also just silly and kind of relaxing. So that's all I have for this custom build video for my Gundam Super Raptor Super Jet Fighter. Yeah, thanks for watching.